Hello everyone, welcome to my webinar. My name is Anis. I'm based in Switzerland and I'm currently doing my master's in international management. I've done a paper training module on formatting and styling of documents and presentations, since I think it's an important topic to address and not something one learns on in every course or just how to properly style and format a document or presentation. Let me share my screen with you. I've prepared a little presentation for this. Let me share this with you, and then we can just go through it together. All right, you should see my screen by now, I hope. So yeah, as mentioned, my name is Anis, and it's just a short presentation about this. Sorry, bear with me. There we go. So something that's really important that you want to take very much into account for is the fonts. As you know, there are a bunch of different ones, as you can see here. Microsoft now has enabled us to see how they look more or less before, or how they look exactly before selecting them. There are different kind of fonts. Obviously, there's fonts like these, which makes it a little more difficult to read if you have a longer paper, if you have a longer document to read. There are fonts like Comic Sans, which is very artistic, which is good for if you're doing some sort of comics and so on, but not for proper report that you want to submit to on an executive level. My belief is that Times New Roman is a very good one. There's another one which I like to use, which is called Calibri, which is a little bit more round and does also a nice job, but any non-serif font will do actually. And this goes for documentation and presentations. And the same goes for font size. You don't want to have it too small, nor do you want to have it too big in order to make a little shock out of it. Here I've used the different types of fonts, all with as you can see here, all with a font size 22. So it's really dependent on the font, what kind of size you use for your document or your presentation. As you can see here, this is a little too small if you were ever gonna use this font. The Comic Sans with 22 is, for my personal taste, is on the limit of being too big. Times Human is nice, and as usual, this is a 24. Just be careful, it's not a 22. A 24 font size for Calibri, and I think this is well enough. Also, if you project it onto a bigger screen, people who will sit a little bit further in the back will be able to read it. When it comes to spacing, it's also very important, especially on documents, I would say. A 1.0 spacing, so having no space in between the lines, makes it very hard to read a long document. Imagine having a page full of just text. It'll suffocate, in a sense, the document. Whereas a line spacing of 2.0 will make it a little bit too much. What I would recommend, and I'm just going to show it with here, is maybe a line spacing, you can choose this here, of 1.5, which makes it very, very nice and easy to read. As for presentations, as well, a 1.5. Let me change that, which would be nice. You can use a line spacing 2.0. That's totally fine as well, depending, again, what kind of font size you use, obviously. There's some colors are, especially now for presentations, very important. Imagine you have having slides, or having several slides who look like this. Let me bring this to the front. This will be very difficult and not very nice to read for, I'm hoping, obvious reason, because there's a very strong contrast of colors, and having such a dark background, such a middle dark background, is not really optimal. Having a dark color for the text as well. So there should be my suggestion is there should be a calm balance between a balance between calm and warm colors, or at least colors that go well hand in hand. So dark blue and light blue would be one possibility. There would also be, for example, a beige with a dark brown. Or if you would want to have a dark background, make it dark blue and white writing, which looks also very nice. As for, As for slides, try not to pack them too much. If you take a look at this example, let me bring this to the front. If you take a look at this example, there's a lot going on the slide, and this and pretty much will overkill anyone who has to look through the slide, because you don't want to have too much information on the slide. You want to talk about it freely and being able to bring your point across with just a couple of bullet points if you're having an executive presentation. So remember, maybe less is more, and definitely having also a lot of colors, as you can see here. Identify well the different steps, but maybe try and, if you have something like this, try and have each step on a different slide. And at the end, having some sort of summary that you can pass out as a handout or give the executive board as via email, for example. Animation, always nice. The issue with animation that I realized is, and I had it from sometimes, is I forget that something else was coming, so I was already jumping to the next point, forgetting the transition. So if you have built them in, make sure that you remember everything, or may have a notepad reminding you of it. That's basically it from my side. For now, there's more on my training modules on my text-based module as well, which you can have. And if you feel like, just feel free to send me an email. And I hope this was useful for you. Bye bye.